Chartered accountants in industry are the backbone of financial stewardship, governance, and strategic decision making, shaping and driving the future across sectors. Namaskar and warm welcome to all. Chartered accountants play pivotal roles as CFOs, CEOs, auditors, strategists, and policy advisors, upholding the core values of integrity, excellence, and independence. They are at the forefront of driving governance, financial discipline, and strategic success through initiatives like specialized knowledge programs, national conferences, CFO summits, awards, campus placements, and leadership development. The CMIB nurtures an ecosystem where our members can excel, innovate, and contribute meaningfully to Viksit Bharat 2047. Let us together script the new chapter of professional excellence, economic growth, and ethical leadership. ICAI is immensely proud of each one of you.
The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is the premium accounting body in our country. Today, with over 14 lakhs members and students, it is the largest accounting body in the world. The members of ICAI have contributed exponentially to the growth story of India. Chartered accountants are working as powerhouse in the development of India. More than number crunchers, we are the strategic advisors who are driving forward businesses and above all are ensuring transparency in the financial matters. There is a huge responsibility on the members of ICAI to contribute to nation building. At ICAI, we believe in providing guidance and being a bridge between the policymakers and society as a whole. Our members are the pillars of the nation's economy, being the catalysts of change and ensuring prosperity for all. We are confident that with the relentless commitment and dedication of our members, India will stand strong and tall on the global map. We urge all our members to continue to work for the betterment of our nation and of society. Together, we can create a brighter future for our country.
ऐसा कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है कि आपको हमें केवल 1000 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनाने हैं या 5000 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनाने हैं या 10000 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनाने हैं. और आपको पता है हाउ मेनी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स वी आर जनरेटिंग इन अ ईयर? क्लोज टू 50,000 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स. 50,000 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स इन अ ईयर. जो दूसरी अकाउंटिंग बॉडी हैं उनकी मेंबर्स हो सकता है 10,000 हो, 15,000 हो, 20,000 हो. हम एक साल में 50,000 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनाते हैं. और हो सकता है कि अगर आप रिजल्ट देखें 15-20% रिजल्ट अगर मेरा फाउंडेशन का होता है, उसके बाद इंटरमीडिएट का 15-20% रिजल्ट होता है, उसके बाद फाइनल का 15-20% रिजल्ट होता है, तो अल्टीमेट रिजल्ट मे बी क्लोज टू 1%. Then also we are producing 50,000 chartered accountants in a year. 10 lakh students. We are having more than 1 million students. And those chartered accountants, there is no discrimination on the basis of religion, on the basis of caste, on the basis of their financial status. The poorest of the poor of this country can become the member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Do you know one will be getting stipend during CA course curriculum? Stipend is more than the fees which one will be paying for this course. So one will be rather generating surplus for one's family and will be becoming the member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. And one of the most important thing, that unless and until you are skilled, you can't become the member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. To have the skill is mandatory. Then only you can appear in the final examination.
Namaskar. Institute of Chartered Accountants of India और Committee for Members in Industry and Business CMIB और Zee Business की इस खास पेशकश इवॉल्व CHRO फोरम बेंगलुरु राउंड में आपका स्वागत है. अलेक्जेंडर साहब, शुरुआत आपसे ही करना चाहेंगे. सर, अगर हम देखें बदलाव की हवाएं, विंड्स ऑफ चेंज आर ब्लोइंग अक्रॉस द इंडस्ट्री. ये एक नया दौर है और जो बदलावों की गति है वो भी बहुत फास्ट है. हमने देखा एक्चुअली टेक्नोलॉजी ने सारे डायनेमिक्स ही ऑल टुगेदर बदल दिए हैं. जहां पैंडेमिक के बाद टेक्नोलॉजी अडॉप्शन काफ़ी एक्सेलरेट हो गई, जो कई सालों में होना था वो बहुत जल्द हो गया, तो एआई रूल्स को कंप्लीटली रीराइट कर रहा है। ऐसे में आप हमें ये बताइए कि जो वर्कफोर्स है उसको किस तरह से रेडी करना पड़ेगा, अपस्किलिंग, रीस्किलिंग कितना इंपॉर्टेंट होगा, इस समय इंडस्ट्री की पल्स को आप कैसे देख रहे हैं? इफ यू कैन जस्ट शेयर समथिंग इन द ओपनिंग कमेंट्स एंड देन वी विल कम टू यू सर।
So I'll start with two sides of AI. So the one is a bit from a lighter note. The other one is on a serious note. So there are two friends who meet, and one guy looks to be very worried. Will I lose my job to AI? And the other friend says, surely you will not lose your job to AI. The friend asks, how come you are so sure? Then he says, your job does not require any natural intelligence itself. Then how will artificial intelligence take your job? That's one side of AI. The other side is I'll go back to World Economic Forum in Davos, where the founder was asked one of the question, will AI take the job? The answer was AI will not take the job, but the person who knows AI will take your job. Because AI is as good as, I would rephrase it to tell that it is augmented intelligence, AI. Because at certain times, we all get too worried about the term. And how do we use it to our advantage? So he was talking about upskilling, reskilling. Today, if you are not ready to disrupt yourself, get ready to be disrupted. And that is going to be much more painful.
Right. We'll come to you, Mr. Singh. This is a VUCA world, sir. It's extremely volatile, uncertain, complex, and also ambiguous. There are global uncertainties. There are tensions. On one side, we are seeing tariff wars are there. Business models are continuously evolving. What is your take? आपका क्या assessment है? Workforce को किस तरह से हमें इस new age के लिए ready करना होगा? ये जो इंडस्ट्री में changes हो रहे हैं, where are we headed, sir? Where are we moving? What is your assessment?
I'll give you 2 points of that. Okay. First, workforce is changing every day, and we actually don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Even Sam Altman in his podcast did not mention, he does not know what's going to happen in the next 5 years or so. So the best guess here is the next 2-3 years to take in line. And how we can do or how we can work on that is being enablers to two things. Now, if you look at the global survey, global average, a Deloitte survey happened in 2024, did say that the 70% of global organizations are actually exploring AI. Now, there is a word between adoption and exploration. Now, exploring, why exploring? Because there is, it's not certain कि जो data हम डाल रहे हैं AI में, is it going to be used against me or is it going to be used for me? Right. Having said that, there is no stopping of usage of AI by the employees to experiment, to learn. Right. If you have so much of public information available over the internet, we can put the AI to learn and give us a solution orient. And there should be a human in the loop always, and that's why we are here, a human resource professional to enable that.
Right. So we'll come to you, Lataji. Will it be right to say that technology alone will not guarantee transformation? Meaning, हमें human जैसे अभी sir ने mention किया है, so we'll need skills of newer type of skills. So उस पर किस तरह से काम हो रहा है? आगे किस तरह से skills के requirement रहने वाली है? What is your take, ma'am?
So first of all, I think there are two approaches which, as a business, we need to take. One, keeping our skills in mind as to what we can or what we cannot. And second, what is the appetite of the organization itself. We have a lot of tools, apps, platforms, and, information on AI and all of it. But what is actually good for me? What is it that I should use? Whether it is applicable to me. I think we should start from there, first of all. And then once we realize and understand in which all areas we want AI, we should also understand our internal capabilities. For that, I think in today's generational workforce and in all the generations who are working actually, we need to understand if they have the aptitude for change and agility. Because the future now is always going to be indefinite. With so much of technology and so much of AI coming in, we do not know the proportions it will grow to. So these two skills, the basic skills, will help us scale.
Right. Sajid Saab, if we see AI is handling tasks which were once actually taken care by human employees. So AI job market को completely अब disrupt कर रहा है. So अगर हम आपसे समझना चाहें, जहाँ तक employees के mindset की बात है, जॉब लॉसेस को लेकर फेयर भी है, एंग्जाइटी भी है, एक क्वेश्चन मार्क भी है. सो उस एस्पेक्ट को हमें किस तरह से व्यू करना चाहिए?
If you're working with one of the e-commerce companies and you might have 1 lakh employees, there's a repetitive task as simple as travel being a reimbursement process. You may have 100 people working on it. It's actually happening that you might eliminate 98 jobs out of 2. Correct? So the question is not that it is going to sweep every single industry. It may do it in phases. For us, if I'm an employee, the most important part is that rather than AI word, I would like to keep it broader of how technology would impact the profession I belong to, which includes even professions like ours, which is in hiring. There's a tremendous number of improvements that have happened in last 10 years. So net, if I were an employee, the important thing would be, and I'll use a Hindi word, hunar. And hunar was there 30 years ago as well. Us hunar mein, if I were an employee, I would also include AI as one of the things, right. But it doesn't mean that it is the only thing that I have to do.
Right.
Correct? It includes maybe picking up professional degrees or keeping it abreasted, like my counterpart have said, which very few professions have. The beauty of when I was listening to him was very few of us in HR upgrade ourselves and skills every year, leave aside in 5 years.
Right.
So great, I would say, insights on what C Institute does, which is relevant for every single profession outside CA as well.
अनुज जी, तो फिर जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ग्रो करेंगे नेक्स्ट स्टेज के लिए, तो एक तरफ तो एग्जिस्टिंग स्किल्स जो हैं उनका रीस्किलिंग है, साथ ही हम देख रहे हैं बाहर से टैलेंट को एक्वायर भी करते हैं. तो कैसे ये बैलेंस करना होगा, कैसे मूव करना होगा, आप अपने एक्सपीरियंस से किस तरह से इसको रीड करते हैं?
आई थिंक जब आप यंग प्रोफेशनल्स को लेते हैं, द बेस्ट थिंग इज दिस दैट दे आर वेरी रॉ, they are very cost effective, they are having the best of the knowledge. If the young professional is there, that fellow is having the best of the knowledge, latest technology. And then the only challenge which that young professional do have, or the HR do have, because it is the responsibility of the HR to see that how their human resources, the professionals, are regularly updated. And I think the HRs must be very well aware that Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is deeply embedded in your industries, your respective industries. We are having our industry circles, industry specific, company specific study circles we are having. We will teach, we will give the training at your doorsteps according to your needs, to the chartered accountants who are working in your respective industries. We are having hundreds of industry specific study circles in length and breadth of the country. It is always good to keep our resources within our organization, to train them, to handhold them, because it would be very difficult if you will be getting your resources, experienced resources from outside, and right. Then to train them according to your expectations.
And that could be, this model could be cost effective also.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for this wonderful session. Great insights and very interesting. Thank you very much. Hello, and a very warm welcome to this special session. The theme for this session is Reshaping Culture and Leadership in Times of Disruptions. जी हाँ, ये दौर डिसरप्टिव है. हम देख रहे हैं एक तरफ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस काफ़ी कुछ बदल रही है, जियोपॉलिटिकल अनसर्टनिटीज़ हैं, टेंशन्स हैं और बिजनेस मॉडल्स भी लगातार इवॉल्व हो रहे हैं. In the midst of this, we'll try and understand where are we heading towards. And joining us is an esteemed panel. Let's begin the talk. We'll come to you, Mr. Sridharan, sir. Sir, in today's world, how are you reading the role of a leaders? Do you agree there is huge responsibility on leaders on today's leaders?
The first most important thing I feel is that finance team and HR team don't go well. You know that, right? I mean, on a lighter note, because finance is always saving money, HR is always spending money, right? So that's the assumption of the people outside. So first thing we need to learn is collaborate, right? So the biggest challenge any leaders, any company is facing is the collaboration between the leaderships. First, we need to collaborate between leaders. Once we start collaborate, I will put it as 4 C's to get the fifth C, right? Okay. So the second one is the commitment, right? So all of us have to commit to make sure that we are all driving towards the common goal of the entrepreneur or the company to be growing, right? So then only the leadership will work, the collaboration will work. Then the communication, regular communications, once it starts, the third C, then you will see a lot of people understanding what is the challenges faced in the finance team, the challenges faced in the HR team, how we can collaborate to get better people inside the organization. And ready to change, right? That's the fourth C. We all need to be ready to change. As leaders, we are all set in a preset mind that what we know is the best thing, right? The day a finance person comes and tells you about HR activities or recruitment, I know better than you guys. I mean, this mentality of everybody, right? You manage finance, I'll take care of the HR, right? So that's where we need to be very, very flexible and be ready to change. Once these 4 C's are followed, then the culture happens automatically, right? So that's where the culture is. Culture is based on these 4 C's. Then it gets you to that next level, and then automatically an organization and the leadership bring in a lot of changes there.
Right. So you mentioned about 5 C's. Mr. Manjunath will pick up 1 C from that, and that is communication. So leadership has several aspects, and specifically in these times of disruptions, communication is very crucial. Can you share some insights on that front? Because for employees, for stakeholders, you need to communicate clearly. And that can be pretty reassuring also once the environment is uncertain. What is your take?
So the topic is regarding disruption. So let me set a context of disruption. Yeah. There are 3 types of disruption. One is technological disruption. If a company doesn't recognize what is the technology changing, Kodak or some other company, an example, the external disruption because of global economy or financial slowdown, all that, and the internal disruption happening because of the mismanagement in the company. We have seen many companies like Satyam, Jet, Kingfisher closing down, and how they have disrupted their own employees' life. Coming back to the communication plays a vital role in any organization to set the leadership context or to build a culture. It is not just top-down communication. There should be a bottom-up communication as well. How do we communicate our purpose, vision, mission, all that, and how the management recognize, how the leaders recognize the purpose of the company, purpose of employees, and how they set the communication, all that is very important. Maybe I can share some of our examples from our own company.
Yes, please.
See, we have something called in since I work for a Japanese company called Toyota Susho, many principles we borrow from the Japanese companies. We have something called Warenzo. Warenzo means you should communicate. Then there is something called bad news first and fast. If there is anything bad happening, then it is the responsibility of an employee to communicate. You should not hold back.
Like you have 5S.
5S, bad news.
Pokoyoko.
Yeah. Then there is something called Hoshin. Hoshin means the goal set. What is your Hoshin for the department? What is the Hoshin for this year? Like this, we need to communicate to all the employees. So we have something called employee MD forum, wherein MD addresses all the employees in the beginning of the year. He gives us the vision for this year, and we also have something called mid-year review, where the employees can ask freely questions. All this. So communication is unlimited in any organization. Communication plays a vital role.
Right, sir.
Thank you.
Anuji, we're coming to you, but before that, Mr. Nair, we'll take a view from you, sir, and then Anuji will come to you. Mr. Nair, what is your take on basically encouraging teams in these times in finding solutions, meaning creating an innovative culture in an organization and also valuing diverse perspectives so that as a team we can grow and make them also stakeholders in that journey?
Right. I think I'll just draw the attention to the previous discussion. I think you asked about the entrepreneur, right? Those are the kind of people that now organizations are looking for, who can drive solutions and not come up with problems, right? I don't want to hear employees or leaders quoting the problem, because there are enough and more problems out already, right? We want people who can drive solutions and who can think differently, work cross-functionally, and come up with solutions which is ideally or naturally going to help the function or the organization to increase the efficiency. So we are looking for people who has that mindset, and that will only come when you work across functions and across people from diverse background, right? If you have, let's take an example, like you work in a legacy organization, they have people, experts who knows how to do a job in a certain way, right? There was never a need for them to think differently. But now there is a new age workforce coming into the picture, right? They will challenge you. Why is it done this way? Why not the other way, right? So there has to be systems and processes and a structure and a culture to encourage these kind of challengers coming into the system and then rewrite the way of working. So we really look for, when we look at people when they're coming into the organization, we look for diversity, and we look at people who has that agility and open to change, who can challenge the status quo.
Right. Thank you very, very much, all of you, for joining us for this insightful session and for great insights. Mr. Manjunath, Mr. Nair, Mr. Sridharan, Anuji, thank you, sir, and Mr. Alexander, thank you very much. So that's it for the Bengaluru round of Zee Business and ICAI CHRO Forum. We'll catch you soon with another session in another city. But for now, goodbye. Thank you very much.